Hello, Gemstones, Lady Rosemary, the Moonstone Crone here at Briarwurst Cottage, and having a thought like, oh my god, can I say what I need to say in 10 minutes? Do I need to do lives? Can I say what I need to in an hour so I don't lose people on the gateway and then have to repeat myself over and over again? Can I handle being a female Howard Stern? Or should we just leave Howard Stern to himself? Because he's done some good things. Saw something where he did. Anybody who knows anything knows Howard Stern calls a spade a spade. He's not afraid to talk. Radio gave him a voice. And he's been, ever since, doing his thing. Having a radio station would be kind of nice. And bringing together ideas and letting people yell at each other online and everything. If you're brave enough, because if you want to debate me, I actually spent, what was it? Well, it was over an hour debating with an atheism about the lies of Christianity and things like that, and I'm not a Christian, and boy, we were just typing laptop, and boy, was there silence. There was a silence when I told him I wasn't a Christian, but I was defending Christians, because he was bound and determined that they were all wrong, and it was the wrongest way to go with his daughter, but at the same time he was also erasing things like unicorns and Santa Claus and all that other kind of stuff. And I am very much about what is the truth of shit. Like when you're digging through the shit looking for your car keys your dog ate, what is the truth there? One question is, how did your dog get a hold of your car keys to begin with? And how did it not plug up your dog so you didn't have to go to the vet? And how big was your dog and the dump it took? So I'm hoping that TikTok will not hush. I've been hushed on here because I said something that didn't meet guidelines. Would Howard Stern get shushed? Now there's a good question. Would Howard Stern get shushed on TikTok if he were to use TikTok? If this was his starting grounds, ye old stomping grounds. This is where he started. And if he was, how would he deal with it? Because there's truth out here that are scaring, like I said in the other two videos, they're scaring the living shit out of me. I wonder how many of those young Christian women who fundamentalists, and we're talking down in the US, that I saw a couple of them who were ready to give their lives over to their husband because that's what the Bible said. Obviously, I don't think they've read everything of it, from what I can tell with the way they're going, because it's so glorious to give up your right as a person to your husband, like property. It scares me that young women are willing to do that. And in Canada, these women, the suffragettes, unfortunately, they didn't get it for everybody straight across the board. They got it mostly for women. And we're staring down separation and illegal separation. I don't even know if we can have it as a referendum on an electoral vote when my premier hasn't done the proper paperwork so the prime minister can sign off. Yeah, okay, this is legal, this is legit. Do. They went to England to fight for women in this country, to be people. We were property until 1929. It's 2026. It's not even 100 years later. And yet, down in the US, in the United States. We've got women willing to, who are barely out of high school. This one chick looked like she was 16 years old. If you do not learn from your history, you are doomed to repeat it. Are you sure you want to be your husband's property? Are you sure you want to not be protected under the law as a person? Like, how awful was that for that woman in the 80s that Nancy McKeon portrayed, where she standing in the alley where she's being stabbed to death by her husband. Who freaking knows how she survived that? Well, everybody stood around watching her. No one really calling the cops. Because this was a domestic dispute. When are we going to wake up and smell that coffee? God, coffee smells so good. I hate that it makes my body so yucky. But the smell of coffee, one of the things I miss, especially in wintertime, was the coffee before Kirk went in the morning. Here's your coffee, honey, as I pushed him out the door so he could enjoy hunting season. This is who I am. So before you even go, ooh, you're wonderful, you do not want to live with this activist person who's been through two marriages. One failed, one that was completely unrequited love, and then that relationship with dipshit where I threw him out because, oh my God, he should have been flogged at birth and left beside the road to die, because I don't even think fairies would want him. He is his mother's son, and maybe that's part of the point and the problem with the world today is we're blaming men for everything. And yes, a man who walks out on his family, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of garbage. If you haven't walked out for the right reasons. Some men do it for the right reasons. They are not dad material. It's just better if they opt out. And don't force people to be parents. If they do not want to be parents, they mess children up. I'm a classic example. Mom even said to me, this bitter, I come from the land of my mother telling me she should have never been a mom. I don't know what she told my siblings, but she told me that it probably would have been better if she had not had children. How about shut up and defend and fight for your children instead of telling your children that you shouldn't have had them? Lots of childhood drama in this one. Woohoo! So, when I tell you guys to quit hitting on me, this is why I tell you to quit hitting on me. Bag of anger cats, I tell you. But anyways, how would Howard Stern handle all this? What lessons can I learn from him? One of the things I have learned since the dawn of time and the development of dirt that the dinosaurs walked on is that the status quo likes to lie, and they like to have people be subjugated. And that is what's happening in our world today, in a country, especially in a country where they speak of freedoms, but they don't respect those freedoms because they're taking them for granted. Treat each other with kindness. Understand what abuse looks like, whether it's mental, verbal, physical, sexual, financial, social. There's another one, because on the one bathroom thing here, at the one thing, there was 7, magic number 7 different kinds of abuse. And when I met Kirk, he was on the hit list. Not him personally, but he was living in abuse. My hubby had been experienced as a man, as a white man, had experienced abuse. So, knowledge is power. Peace, love, and happiness. Be kind, especially to yourself.